Let's be honest, modern Hollywood sucks, and nobody's liking it. But what if I told you there is an alternative out there? First, let's recap. Everyone can see it, and we're tired of pretending it doesn't. Everywhere you look, you can feel and see it, from the box office projections being lower than expected, to multiple big studio films underperforming such as Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. Funny how they're all Marvel films. To multiple Hollywood articles coming out asking what has happened in recent years. The Hollywood Reporter, the summer box office is quickly turning south. The Guardian, hush over Hollywood, why has it become so hard to make films in Los Angeles? The New York Times, there's a feeling we're not in Hollywood anymore. CNN, what's happening to Hollywood? The mass exodus of a shrinking industry. It seems every new film that comes out either underperforms and nobody sees it, or worse, it's a remake, sequel, reboot, etc. of a franchise from the past. Let's look at some of the movies that have come out this year. All the Marvel movies like I mentioned earlier, Superman, a reboot, How to Train Your Dragon, a live-action version of an animated film, 28 Years Later, a sequel, Lilo and Stitch live-action version, and a Minecraft adaptation, which is based off of a popular video game, which albeit both did pretty well at the box office, as you can see. Even later this year, we have Wicked Part 2, Zootopia 2, and Avatar Fire and Ash, which is the third in the franchise, which I myself am actually looking forward to because I love the Avatar franchise. I know most people don't, but I don't care, and I'm going to be a little bit biased on that one. It seems Hollywood is stuck in this cycle of endless remakes, reboots, and frankly, movies that nobody wants. But what if I told you not all hope is lost, and there's a beacon of hope out there?
Are you serious?
What if I told you there are two shiny pieces of gold hidden within all the disgusting slop and mud, and they even came from overseas?
You lying!
Move over Hollywood and enter Ne Zha 2 and Primitive War.
He's not exactly your average kid.
That's right, everyone. Leave it to other countries to show Hollywood how to make great movies and to give the people what they want. Ne Zha 2 and Primitive War are two foreign films which came out in the US in August 2025. Ne Zha 2, an animated Chinese film having previously been released in China earlier this year, but didn't release in the US until August with an English dub version distributed by A24. And Primitive War, an Australian low-budget independent film being released in a limited theatrical release by Fathom Events. Both films are great examples of how Hollywood is dropping the ball when it comes to creativity, and in this video we will deep dive into why that is. First off, let's discuss Ne Zha 2. Like I mentioned earlier, Ne Zha 2 is a Chinese animated film that was released in China on January 29th, 2025, on the first day of the Chinese New Year, and is a sequel to the 2019 film Ne Zha. Both films are adaptations from Chinese mythological lore, mainly the character Ne Zha from Zhu Zonglin's, sorry I probably mispronounced that name, 16th century novel titled Investiture of the Gods. When it was released, it garnered sheer critical acclaim all over China and broke multiple records. It grossed 2.217 billion USD worldwide on a budget of 600 million yuan or 80 million USD. It became the highest grossing movie of 2025 so far, the highest grossing animated film of all time worldwide, and even the fifth highest grossing movie worldwide behind Avatar at 2.9 billion, Avengers Endgame at 2.79 billion, Avatar The Way of Water at 2.3 billion, and finally Titanic at 2.25 billion, with Ne Zha sitting just directly below Titanic at 2.2 billion at the time of this video's recording. An English dub version was then released in the US on August 22nd, 2025, and distributed by the studio A24. Sadly, the US version didn't do too well at the box office, making only 1.5 million on the weekend it premiered. We don't know the reason why it didn't do well. A couple reasons could be it's a tad bit too long at 2.5 hours, it's a foreign film that's been dubbed over, or maybe it's because it had little to no marketing. Whatever the case is, it doesn't change the fact that it is a fantastic film that deserves to be seen on the biggest screen possible. The plot per Wikipedia follows as such. After a sacrifice, only Najah's body can be recreated. Although he carries Aobing's spirit within, Najah calls on this spirit in his fight against Wicked Master Shen. Now, one question I had going into this movie was, do you have to see the first in order to understand what is happening in this one? I don't think you do, although it wouldn't hurt. I didn't watch the first one, and I still haven't, and I followed along pretty good. I didn't get 100% of knowing what was all going on, but I was able to grab the gist of what was happening. I actually didn't know anything about this franchise until I saw a trailer for the dub version and thought it looked cool and decided to go watch it. I'm glad the trailer popped up in my recommended videos because, like I said earlier, this film is fantastic. Everything from the characters, the world building, the setting, the animation, the action, character designs, all of it is amazing. I mean, just look at these posters. How can you look at these and not think, God, I need to go see that, look how cool that looks. The production took over 5 years to complete with over 4,000 people working on it, and it shows. The animation especially is god tier, destroying anything Hollywood has put out probably within the last decade, except for maybe the Into the Spider-Verse movies. The fight scenes are the pinnacle of action scenes in live action or animation. All the movement and combos thrown are clean and shot from a wide angles perspective so you can tell what's going on and not get dizzy when it's all up in your face like most American action does sometimes. Each character has a specific design or ability that they use, and even a specific look, so it's easy to tell who's who during the fights. Another thing that shocked me was the scale of the fights. It feels like an epic action adventure, something we don't get in modern Hollywood movies at all, frankly. Not to veer off topic a bit, but it reminds me of another Chinese film that came out earlier this year, and that was Creation of the Gods 2: Demon Force. Creation of the Gods is almost a live-action version of Najah, having drawn from the same mythological text that Najah does. Creation of the Gods holds some of the best CGI fights I've seen in a while. Big monsters and creatures, awesome action scenes, huge epic battles, moments of heroism. It's almost a Chinese version of Lord of the Rings, which is what the director was going for. Both Creation and Najah show that China is really upping their game when it comes to blockbusters, and might soon even rival America. Back to Najah 2, what really got me is the emotion the film has. I wasn't expecting that. With each character, you are able to see why they are doing what they're doing and can understand where they are coming from, especially with the main character of Najah. He may just be a kid, but his motivations for why he needs to level up and get stronger is something we all, especially men and young boys, can get behind and root for. Saving his loved ones. He is fighting to save the people closest to him because that's the most important thing to him, and he doesn't want to lose that, which is an awesome message to teach young children. Najah 2 may look like a simple animated action adventure film on the surface, but if you actually watch the film and look at the message beneath the pretty exterior, you'll find a great movie with heart that showcases the importance of family, brotherhood, community, and all the things that make up us as a species. Films like this show the audience a deeper meaning than just big bombastic action with cool visuals on the screen, but films can also be vehicles for pure high-octane fun with no message at all other than have a damn good time at the movies. And that's the case with the next film we are going to discuss. Primitive War is a 2025 Australian independent science fiction horror film directed by Luke Spark, starring Ryan Kwanten, Trisha Helfer, Nick Weschler, sorry if I mispronounced that, and Jeremy Piven. It's based on the 2017 novel Primitive War from author Evan Pettis, who co-wrote the film with Spark. It was released in Australia on August 21st, 2025, and had a limited release in America through Fathom Events on the same day. The plot follows a group of recon soldiers set during the Vietnam War who are assigned to search for a missing Green Beret squad when they somehow encounter extinct dinosaurs.
Stop right there. I'm in.
Yes, you heard that right. It's the United States Army versus dinosaurs, set during Vietnam. And it's every bit as awesome as it sounds. Primitive War is one of those rare films nowadays that knows exactly what it is, and it's not trying to be anything different. If you go into this movie expecting a serious drama about the state of warfare or the environment or anything like that, or even a serious discussion on the idea of bringing back species from the past like the original Jurassic Park did, then Primitive War is not for you. It's not trying to be esoteric, thought-provoking, or anything of that nature. It's a balls-to-the-walls, bonker adrenaline thrill ride, and it 100% knows that and sticks by it. Luke Spark and his team understood the excitement and executed it properly. It's very reminiscent of old-school B-movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, or even low-budget sci-fi films that you would see on the Sci-Fi Channel in the early 2000s, albeit with a bigger budget. There are a ton of films I was thinking of while watching this that match Primitive War's tone. Movies such as Dog Soldiers, Predator, Indiana Jones, Top Gun Maverick, and most of all, Kong Skull Island from 2017. All are films that feel like the team from Primitive War looked at and wanted to emulate. One thing I did not expect was how gory this film was going to be. This is not your safe, family-friendly movie like Jurassic Park. This is a gritty, blood-soaked, language-filled, almost horror-like film that just so happens to feature dinosaurs. This is what the Jurassic World movie should have been, and is easily better than the last 4 Jurassic Park movies, and I would even say Jurassic Park 3, which is one I really like. Perhaps the most impressive thing is that apparently the budget for this film was only around 7 million USD. Reading some articles, it seems that it took roughly 2.5 years to complete the visual effects, and man, did the visual effects team do a killer job. Now, is all the CGI perfectly polished? No. This is not a big studio film like the recently released Jurassic World Rebirth, which came out last month, that had a budget 25 times the size, with unlimited studio resources, and had the time to make the dinosaurs look as real as possible. There are some scenes where the CGI on the dinosaurs is a bit spotty, and could have used a bit more work, but for only having $7 million to work with, it's an incredible feat what they were able to accomplish. The entire cast is solid all around. Jeremy Piven is really good as the Stone Cold Colonel. Tricia Helfer is great as a Russian scientist who is trying to rewrite her past and atone for her mistakes. Oh yeah, there's Russians in here because, of course there are. For me personally, it was Ryan Kwanten as the platoon leader who made the biggest impression. I had no idea who he was before this, and now I'm a fan. He strikes the perfect balance of being a serious military leader who wants to get the objective done, whatever it takes, while also showing a bit of his compassionate side for his fellow soldiers under his command when it is needed. Like I mentioned earlier, Russian soldiers are in this film, and I don't want to spoil it, but they are the reason why there are dinosaurs in Vietnam in the first place. I don't want to bore you with all the scientific mumbo-jumbo that they use to reason how the dinosaurs got there, but likely the film doesn't spend that much time to flesh out that reason. It's one of those things that they just mention, hey, this happens because of this, and if you don't like it, then oh well, we don't care, keep watching. Which for a movie like this is A-okay. Now let's talk about the main reason people have seen this movie. The dinosaurs. The dinosaurs presented in Primitive War are simply amazing. All the major species that people know and love make an appearance, from Brontosaurus, Triceratops, Pterodactyl, Spinosaurus, Velociraptor, and of course, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's cool because the dinosaurs this time around have a more scientifically accurate look to them, mainly the raptors which have feathers this time around. Each main dinosaur species has at least one scene which they featured in prominently to showcase them. I don't want to say much, but there are 2 T-Rexes in the film, a male and a female, and the third act with them is simply one of, if not the most badass scenes featuring the T-Rex or any dinosaur period that has ever been in a movie. Man, I don't want to say anything, but the ending battle is just, oh man, tanks, helicopters, blood, fighting, teeth. God damn, it's so good! I used to love these types of movies as a kid. I grew up watching the old Toho Godzilla films, anything that had dinosaurs in it, hell, anything with creatures in it, period. I also used to be obsessed with army/military films, so it seems Primitive War was almost made with me in mind. I had such joy and nostalgia watching this, reminding me of my childhood and the films I used to watch religiously. I know it sounds dumb, but it's almost a magical feeling you feel when a movie makes you experience that. I certainly was not expecting that when watching a modern movie, since most movies coming out today are trash, but leave it up to Australia to swoop in and give me the medicine I needed. Both The Jaw 2 and Primitive War are foreign films that most people here in America will end up not seeing, which is a shame. It's sad because these are both good movies that shows audiences that there are still good stuff being made out there. You just have to expand your horizon and venture into foreign filmmaking to find it. Hollywood has completely destroyed its reputation and relationship it had with its audience that has been around since forever. With the endless amount of remakes, sequels, reboots, or even new movies that are trash and are made for no one and nobody likes. It seems there is no recovering from this. The Jaw 2 and Primitive War are two films which showcase that if Hollywood doesn't get its act together shortly, other countries will come in and take a hold of the American audience's attention and show them the magic of what movies used to be.